I've come to meet up with a very special lady, a very dear friend of mine, who is an expert on animal mummies. Salima,
Curtis,
hello.
sweetie. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Are you enjoying the football?
I am actually. It's
Are you ready?
fascinating.
Are you ready for some questions?
I am.
Salima, I am investigating the worship of cats in ancient Egypt, and I know you are a big cat lover, especially of the mummified variety.
Dead cats at best.
You know, I've noticed that there's a lot of mummified cats being offered to Bastet. Now, are you of the opinion that the priests were deliberately diddling the cat mummies with not putting complete cats inside, or what was the reason for that?
So we have things that we call amalgam of false mummies, because with whether they're ibises or cats or what have you, or raptors, sometimes there's sort of a bit of a
Yes.
cat in it.
For the essence?
No.
No.
You asked the question, I'll answer it.
Okay.
So, first, one thing is they were diddling the punters. Second thing is that a part represents the whole in
Okay.
ancient Egypt, and if you say the words, then it magically becomes a cat inside. And then the third thing is that if you've mummified things, and I have done experimental work with animals with my students, bits fall off.
Yes.
They're sacred, and you might think, oh, bloody hell, the cat's already been mummified without that bit, but we will gather together all these parts and make another mummy out of it because it's sacred,
Okay.
because it's been transformed.
Yes.
And so those are the three main reasons why we think this might have happened.
Okay, so there was no wastage.
No,
wastage.
waste not, want not.
Exactly.
Very Victorian.
But with the cat worship, what do you think is some of the biggest misconceptions that the modern public has about cat worship in ancient Egypt?
I think modern people think that the ancient Egyptians worshipped all cats, which is absolutely not true.
Yeah.
They liked them, but they worshipped the ones that were supposed to be sacred.
Yes.
So the idea was that, you're a cat,
Okay.
and
Meow.
you are meow, and the special markings set you apart from other cats. So the priests feel that the spirit of the goddess Bastet has entered you.
Okay.
Then during your lifetime, you were worshipped, you were made much of, and it was lovely.
Yes.
You died, you were beautifully mummified. The spirit would migrate into the body of another cat. And it's very much like the Dalai Lama,
Yes.
where you have one Lama spirit going through millennia.
And it transcends into the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, that is quite incredible.
Yeah.
Why do you? I've noticed we don't really see a pharaoh worshipping a cat. Why?
We see him
is
worshipping
that?
bulls mainly.
Yes. Or Sekhmet, or
well, no, Sekhmet. Sekhmet had cats being offered to her, as did Bastet.
She did.
But I mean, it's depends on where you are. The Bubastion obviously is for cats.
Yes.
But you have to remember the late period of Egyptian history and religion. A lot of these goddesses and gods fused together. So you have different manifestations of Sekhmet and Bastet and Mut, all being shown as a cat or a lioness, something feline.
Yes. And with the worship of these cats, were cat mummies offered to Bastet, or were those given to the people to then go and offer? What was the process there?
A good question. We think, this is our hypothesis, this is our model, is that, okay, you want to be lucky in love, or music, and you think, I am going to the temple of Bastet.
Yeah.
Instead of offering her a statue or a stela, which is inanimate, you will do something that is far more dramatic. You will make a blood sacrifice. And so you will offer an animal that is associated with that deity to the deity.
Yes.
And sometimes these animals were actually killed.
Yeah, like
the neck was wrung, or they were bashed in the head.
Because there's that image of Akhenaten breaking the neck of a goose.
Which is, they were all food offerings.
That was just a food offering,
Yeah, normal.
Yeah.
But then a blood sacrifice counts.
Yeah.
You have it in the modern monotheistic religions as well.
Exactly. Drinking the blood of Christ, it
counts for more. I mean, Christianity is the most extreme. When they actually they killed the Son of God.
Yes.
Whereas at least in Judaism and Islam, they put a ram instead of the child.
Okay, yeah. A symbol.
Yes.
Yeah. So these cat mummies are symbols.
Well, they're symbols, but they are sort of, and they also act as intercessors.
Yeah.
Because, of course, the Egyptians believed that animals they had magic,
Yes.
powers.
Yeah.
They could speak the language of the gods. So you had the gods' world, the humans' world, and animals were in the liminal space, and they could interact between the two.
Okay. Well, that is really, really fascinating. Thank you for just, giving me a little bit more info in my investigation about this, because I see so many of these people online, they think cats were the be-all and end-all in ancient Egypt. That's totally not true.
No, but they were
At one
admired
point,
because they're beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
And even now in Egypt, actually, cats are very popular, and you'll find people just in the streets feeding cats left, right, and center.
Yeah. Well, but love hasn't died.
Nope.
Nope.